Are comic book NFTs the next best thing? I mean, could they replace physical comic books? Let's talk, shall we? Hey, all my webheads out there, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, I am your host, Mike Spider Slayer, always helping you make decisions on what comic books to buy. But today, guys, we're talking about digital comics. In fact, NFT comic books. Now, I'm going to try to pick your guys' brain a little bit when it comes to these things. Do you guys share or have an interest in these? And after this video, will you have a little bit more interest in this? Because I found an app that actually has digital NFT comic books where not only are they just cover images, but you can actually read these things. And they're a rarity. And it's just like collecting real comics, except it's in a digital format. And does this appeal to you guys? And is this something that could replace physical comics, especially since the world is experiencing paper shortages and printer breakdowns? And could this be the next big thing? Now, I went onto this website, this application I downloaded onto my phone, and I thought it was actually pretty cool. And you can click on the comic, you can read it. There's certain ones that actually are more rare than others, and it makes them more scarce, and it makes them more valuable. And the other cool thing is that people are selling these things for a decent amount of money. So there's an audience out there for them. Now, the application is called Veve. I think that's how you say it. It's Veve. And the reason how I found this thing was I work at a grocery store once a week, just to hold on to the job in case something happens with my other profession, which is teaching tennis. And he's all into the NFT thing. He just happened to find it by accident. He got some baseball things. He's got some basketball things. And he showed me the comic stuff. And he knew I was into comic books. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. So I want to get your guys' thoughts on this. And I'm also going to show you the app now, a little bit how to navigate through it and what it has to offer for people, and if you think it's worth the money. And I'll let you guys be the judge. So let's dive into it. Let's take a look at this app, shall we? All right, guys, so here we are. We're in Veve or Veve, or I don't know how to say the name of this app, but this is the app. And you can see that it's just not a NFT comic book collectible site. It has to do with all digital collectibles, which I think is actually cool. So if you're like a statue collector and you want to collect them like this, you can. And it's kind of cool, and I'll show you through it, okay? But these are some of the things that they have right now. They have these Marvel Mighties that feature the internals. They got What If characters. They have like these little Doctor Doom guys, and they have all these different brands like James Bond, Batman Black and White, Ultraman, Adventure Time, all that stuff, right? They have all these new arrivals that have to do with internals. And so it's actually really cool. So I'll show you some stuff. So I think every day they have a different drop, and they have these Mighties drops that is going to drop in 52 minutes. And we can see that there's a lot of people that are excited about this. And it looks like maybe you can get these characters here. So they're coming soon. Okay. And then if you go into the main menu here, we get to see, like, again, all the different brands. Back to the Future, DC Bombshells. So we go ahead and collect it, and you get to see all the different types of, say, like statues, for instance. So we have Harley Quinn Deluxe, right? She's a rare. You get to see that on our lower right. And not only do they just sit there, but when you load them up, they actually have these cool little animations, right? So that's pretty cool, right? So you can flip it. You can see the base of it. You can see all the detail that goes into the character. So that's pretty awesome. So really cool stuff. So, and these things cost gems, but the gems are basically what it costs as a dollar. So if 332 gems, it's going to be $332. Okay. So next we're going to go ahead and find comic books. So here we are in the comic book area, right? So here we get to see new comics. So for Eternals issue 1, this is going to cost you $8.75. Now, being that I don't own the comic, it's not going to allow me to flip through it, right? But again, this is your digital comic that you can actually own. Here we have a Fantastic Four. This is in issue 13, okay? So we have that one as well. Here we have New Mutants, which is, I think, on a bid or an auction. So you can actually buy these books, or you can actually get them in an auction right now. Okay. Ultimate Fallout, issue 4 of Spider-Man. And then we're going to go into some of the other ones. Okay. So here's where you can find some of the really rare things, right? So for instance, you have a Powers of 10 issue number 1, as you can see here on the top left. If I click on it, there's 1.5K available. So it's a common card or a common comic book to buy. And what makes these things pretty cool is that when it comes to these digital NFTs, when these comic books, it might not have to be a key issue to make it a rare book. So they could do whatever they really want with it, right? But you can see all the different prices this one NFT is going for. It's going for $8.50, $8.90, $8.90, $9. So it's just like if you were going on eBay and purchasing a physical comic book, right? So here we go into Web of Spider-Man, issue 118. First appearance of Ben Reilly here. And when you click on it, it gives you the description of the comic book, which I think is pretty cool. Costs 9.70 gems or $10, right? It's a common card. The cover artist is Stephen Butler. Publisher is Marvel. So it gives you all that information on there, and it gives you the story as well. And then it has 5 cover variants: classic cover, common; vintage variant, uncommon; hero variants, rare. So it gives you all these different types of variant covers that you can find on the market here. Okay, here we have another thing that popped up. We got this Thor, right? Issue 337. This one is an uncommon book at 85 gems. So that's pretty cool. Same thing. You can, first appearance of Beta Ray Bill, right? So really awesome stuff on here. And again, you can switch it over to auction, and then there's all these other books that you can buy. So this is very similar to what we all do right now with the physical books. Here's another Thor, issue 337. This is a rare book. This goes for almost 200 gems, guys. That's $200 for this digital NFT. That is insane right there. Check out this amazing Spider-Man issue 50, right? This is a rare. This is selling for $60. And it's a Mark Bagley cover. So this is super interesting, right? So, yeah, I don't know what to think when it comes to these things. Is it worth the price and checking these ones out? Here's another one right here. So there you guys have it. There's a little taste of that app. I'll leave it in the descriptions box below if you want to download it from iOS or Android. And it's pretty cool because what makes those NFTs valuable is they do these daily drops, and once they release those drops and they sold out, that's it. It's kind of like a comic book, like a 1 in 100 or a 1 in 1,000. They only produce so much of those NFTs, and that's what makes them valuable. So you might get that rare, you might get that uncommon, and it drives up the price, and you could actually sell it. I learned a lot about this about an individual that I work with, and it's actually pretty cool. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to be collecting or stop collecting physical comic books anytime soon, right? But it's something to look forward to into the future and say, hey, even though maybe physical comics might stop in the future or people might not collect physical comics, maybe there is a digital way after all. And the cool thing is it's just not cover art. You can click on those books and you can still read them. And you have the one that has the cool cover with it, right? So it's kind of cool. It's a way to keep things going. They do it with NBA. They've done it with baseball recently. I'm sure NFL is right around the corner. What's to say they just can't make it big with the comic books either? So it's just something to think about, consider. And if you've been on the fence about buying these NFTs, well, I just gave you an avenue of where to buy it. So, and maybe to invest in a couple of these. So you guys, if you have been into it more than I have already, let me know what you think of it. What are your thoughts on it? And hopefully you found this informative for you. So guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that bell. And until next time, guys, I'll leave you more content right here. Keep buying, keep collecting, whether it's physical or digital. But most importantly, guys, you gotta read the books. Guys, take care. I'll see you real soon. Bye.